What is the capital city of New Zealand?
Oh, he's got to know that.
Okay, the capital city of New Zealand. This is probably one that I should know.
I should know that as well. We should both know this.
I'm leaning towards Christchurch at this stage. Auckland, New Zealand. Which one sounds right? What have I heard in the past? Wellington, New Zealand?
A, darling, A. Lee, A.
Lock in B, Christchurch. Fingers crossed, Jess.
It's okay, my love. I could be completely wrong.
With $465,000 in the bank, they were on their way to taking home one of the highest winning totals in Australian game show history. But during Tuesday's tense episode of The Wall, Jess and Lee blew it all, after blanking on a very common fact about New Zealand. Their accrued winnings went down to zero after they failed to correctly answer, what is the capital city of New Zealand? Show host Axel Whitehead then made things a tad easier, by providing the multiple choice options of Auckland, Christchurch, Wellington, and Queenstown. The Wall tasks everyday Australians with answering questions, with the amount won or lost determined by dropping a large ball over a series of clear pipes. Each pipe is marked with figures ranging from $1 to $1 million, and whichever pipe the ball lands in dictates the amount added, for correct answers, or subtracted, for incorrect answers. The segment required the couple to be isolated, with Lee in charge of answering, and Jess left to decide whether to double the wager. Jess grinned after seeing the apparently simple question come up, and immediately chose to double the wager by dropping two balls in the same slot. Okay. The capital city of New Zealand. This is probably one I should know, Lee said after reading the question. I'm leaning towards Christchurch at this stage, he continued, before running through the remaining options extremely carefully. Auckland, darling. His wife screamed at a monitor that showed Lee deliberating. But given he was placed in isolation, he was banned from interacting with Jess and instead locked in Christchurch. Next, Jess dropped the balls that would decide their total, screaming directions at it as she watched them fall into the $250,000 slot, doubling the amount to $500,000. He's going to kick himself, she was heard saying, confident her selection of Auckland was right and Lee's was wrong. The answer was C, Wellington, Axel announced, watching the contestants' face drop in shock, but not as far as their grand total, which went to $0. In the end, the pair managed